Hi everyone. Today I will talk about Osman Gazi's book From Melek Akçiçek. This book is about the life of Osman Gazi and how the Ottoman state was founded. It shows his bravery, leadership, and sense of youth. The story explains his struggles in Anatolia, his fights against Byzance, and how to build the foundation of a strong empire in a simple and interesting way.
Hello everyone, I am Ethan Espiten. Today I will introduce the book Little Prince in English. After crashing in the Sahara Desert, a pilot meets the Little Prince, a young traveler from a tiny street. The prince shares stories of his journey across the universe, where he met lonely adults and learned about the world. Throughout his friendship with the fox, he discovers the profound truth. What is essential is invisible to the eye. Realizing what his love for his rose is what matters the most. He finds a way return to his home planet.
Hello everyone, I am Selen. Today I will talk about Ateşten Gömlek. Ateşten Gömlek is a novel written by Halide Edip Adıvar. It was published in 1922 and is one of the first novels about the Turkish War of Independence. The book is a historical and patriotic novel. It tells the story of people who struggled for their country during the war. The novel focuses on themes such as love, sacrifice, patriotism, and the emotional effects of war. It is considered an important work in Turkish literature because it reflects the spirit of the national struggle and shows how war changed people's lives.
Hello, I am Özgür. Today I want to talk about this book. This book tells the story of the Battle of Kades. In this book, the Hittites and the Egyptians fought each other, and the Treaty of Kades was signed. This book was published in 1998. Thanks for listening.
Hello, I'm Mert, and today I will briefly introduce the history of the Turks by İlber Ortaylı. The book gives a clear overview of Turkish history from early Turkic states to the foundation of the Republic of Turkey. It explains major wars, important events, and powerful rulers, while also showing how culture and geography shape Turkish civilization. What makes the book special is that it doesn't just tell what happened, it helps us to understand why it happened.
The Last Day of a Condemned Man is a novel by Victor Hugo. The story is about a man who is waiting for his execution. He is in prison and knows that he will die soon. The book tells us about his last days and his thoughts. He feels fear, sadness, and regret. He thinks about his family, especially his little daughter. He remembers his past and wishes he could change his life. This novel shows that the death penalty is cruel. Victor Hugo wants readers to understand the prisoner's feelings and think about justice and humanity.
Türklerin Altın Çağı describes the periods when Turks were strong in history. İlber Ortaylı highlights the Ottoman Empire as a major golden age. The book says success comes from justice, education, and strong governance.
Hi, I'm Zühre, and today I'm going to tell you about a novel I really enjoyed after reading it. 1984 is a dystopian novel written by George Orwell. The story takes place in a country which is ruled by a totalitarian government. The party watches people all the time. The main character, Winston Smith, his job is to change all the records to match what the party says. However, Winston secretly hates the system and begins to have thoughts against the party. He starts a forbidden relationship with a woman named Julia, and together they try to rebel in a small way. But they're caught by the thought police. Winston is tortured and brainwashed. In the end, he gives up and accepts the party. He is mentally broken and believes that he truly loves Big Brother. The novel talks about themes such as oppression, propaganda, control of thought, and the loss of individuality.
Written by Emin Maluf. The book tells the life story of Ömer Hayyam, a famous poet and scientist who lived in the 11th century. It also tells the story of his manuscript called Riyat. The story starts in the Seljuk period and continues until the 12th century in the novel. There are love, friendship, material, and political events. The book shows the rich culture, and history of the East.
Hello everyone, today I will talk about the book Sultan'ı Öldürmek by Ahmet Ümit. It is a murder novel while solving the murder of a woman named Nusret, who is a historian. The book also talks about the life, achievements and death of Fatih Sultan Mehmet. The book is very enjoying and also gives historical information. For this reason, I recommend this book everyone. Thank you for listening to me.